Welcome back to So You Really Want to Learn Latin, and today we are going to look at the Emperor Augustus. Now, you'll remember poor old Julius Caesar lying there, with his toga pulled up over his head, surrounded by conspirators, and he's been stabbed countless times. He said it to Brutus, it's all gone pear-shaped, and one of the greatest generals the Roman world ever knew is lying in a pool of blood. Now, roll forward a few months and we have his great nephew, Octavian, just beginning to think this could be my moment. Mark Antony was another one who thought this could be his moment. Whether or not he was rushing around saying, "Friends, Romans and countrymen, lend me your ears," or not, I don't know. But he was very keen to stir up the Roman mob against those who had led the conspiracy against Julius Caesar, notably Brutus and Cassius. Octavian, Julius Caesar's great nephew, he thought, yeah, that's my vote as well. And there was a third guy called Lepidus. And the three of them, Mark Antony, Octavian and Lepidus, formed something called the second triumvirate. Okay, triumvirate, three men. And between them, they decided we're going to see if we can get rid of Brutus and Cassius and all the kind of anti-Caesar brigade. In 42 BC, Mark Antony defeated Brutus and Cassius at the Battle of Philippi, and the Roman world, as we know it, or rather as they knew it, was divided up between the three members of the Second Triumvirate. Mark Antony got the east of the empire. Octavian got Italy and, the west. And Lepidus got a little strip of North Africa. I don't think they really rated Lepidus very much. I think he was murdered on a beach in North Africa. Anyway, Lepidus finished out of the position. And so the triumvirate became a kind of duumvirate. And it was just Antony and Octavian who divided up the Roman world between them. And inevitably, you can't have two big chiefs. One of them wanted to be the big chief. Now, Antony got a bit distracted at this point by the wiles and the beauty of Cleopatra. Antony was out in the east. He found himself in Egypt, and he found himself falling in love with the beautiful queen Cleopatra. Now, this was not very tactful, because at the time Antony was married to Octavian's sister. Okay, so not really very cool to be seen having a very public affair with the beautiful Egyptian queen. And Octavian thought, no, I'm not having that. So Octavian goes into battle against Antony. And famously at the Battle of Actium, Antony came out with his fleet. Cleopatra was there as well. She was a little bit like the kind of Yoko Ono in the Beatles setup, John Lennon a bit distracted. Well, Antony very distracted by Cleopatra. And in the sea battle, Octavian triumphed. And Antony fled the battle. I mean, it's said that he fled because Cleopatra turned and started fleeing. Either way, Antony and Cleopatra end up back in Egypt. And shortly after that, the two lovers, Antony and Cleopatra, take their own lives. Antony, we believe, killed himself with a sword. Cleopatra either did or did not kill herself with an asp, poisoning herself. But either way, exit Antony and Cleopatra. Great play for Shakespeare to write about later. But in the meantime, it left Octavian as the supreme figure in the Roman world. Now, Octavian was a sharp cookie, and he thought, right, I'm not going to fall into the trap that Julius Caesar fell into, where everyone thought he wanted to make himself a king and give himself a crown and all of that. Oh, no. No. Octavian was determined, at least in public, to restore the Republic. He made a big thing of saying, well, for 100 years there's been civil war in the Roman world, and the wonderful republican values that, stood us in such good stead for so many years since the expulsion of the last king of Rome, Tarquin the Proud, the republic is what we need to go back to. And that was what he claimed he was doing. He was restoring the republic. Of course, the Roman people were very reluctant to hang back from giving this guy special treatment and special offers. They gave him the title of princeps, which kind of just means the leading one, the principal citizen. And Octavian accepted the title. He was flattered, but he said, I'm nothing special. It is the Republic. We're going back to the Republic with 2 consuls and a senate and all of that. In 27 BC, they went further. The Roman people went further, and they said, no, he's got to have another name. Let's give him the title Augustus. August is an English adjective meaning, very sort of special. Well, Augustus was the title they gave him. He was given proconsular powers in various parts of the empire for various periods of time. Now, proconsular powers, a proconsul in the Roman world had powers which were even more powerful than those held by a consul. A consul could only be in power for 1 year. If you had proconsular powers, they were given in special situations. You actually could have those powers for a term of 2, 3, 5 years. And Augustus was given proconsular powers across parts of the empire. And again, he accepted these just in the spirit of keeping the republic safe. It's pretty obvious that although he claimed he was restoring the republic and making a big thing about honouring the traditions and the offices of the republic, actually the republic had ceased to exist. And Augustus, although he did not accept the title of king or anything as dreadful as that, it was pretty obvious that he had become something different. We would think of it as he had become an emperor. Now, it wasn't all bad. I mean, this period of stability that Augustus ushered in led to an amazing outpouring of artistic expression. So great Roman poets flourished under Augustus. The poet Virgil, Horace, Livy, these great writers found themselves in a situation where they could write about the glories of the world as they now saw it, and particularly of the great man who had ushered in this period of Roman greatness. So the Augustan age is when Roman literature flourished in a way that it hadn't done previously and wouldn't actually do thereafter. The great Augustan age of Roman literature was happening at this time. And the great thing about that, of course, is that the Latin that we are learning to read principally was the Latin written at this time, 2,000 years ago. Not bad for a funny little town that was built, if you remember, Romulus and Remus, back right at the beginning of the course. We looked at the foundations of Rome, funny little hill village, populated by shepherds and, brigands. Well, Rome now lay at the heart of an empire that spread across most of Europe. And it, they had this wonderful language, Latin, and it is the Latin that we've been learning through this course. Okay, so that's enough for now. Do subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. We've got a great Roman history playlist now, which takes us from the very beginning back to the Trojan War and Aeneas leaving the city of Troy, the burning city, to found a new Troy in Italy, right up to the present time of Augustus, ushering in the Roman Empire. Okay, that's enough for now. Keep up the good work on this lesson, and I hope to see you back here very soon.